I finally found what went wrong.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Women's Soccer Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than a forward on the soccer team, someone who's not on the back line. It's Danielle Robinson. Danielle, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Let's start by talking a little bit about you, and now you're a forward, so that means you actually get to score goals. That's one of your roles on the team. What's it like scoring a goal? What kind of rush do you get from that?
Honestly, it's a crazy rush. So like the play's building up and all that, and you see you're right in front of goal, and you're just like, here's the opportunity, and you have to take like a moment to like compose yourself, because if you don't, then it doesn't hit the back of the net. But it's a great feeling when you score. It's you did your job, and you just want to keep going, and you get the confidence to do it again.
Now, one thing that kind of took me by surprise when I was preparing for this was realizing that you've been here for 4 seasons already as a Menlo Oak, and that's scary because that means I'm getting old. The fact that you've been here for 4 years. What's it like being a leader on this year's team?
It's really cool. There's the ups and downs. The ups are you get to be, you're like a senior and veteran, so you know how it goes. But the downs are, if you make a mistake, it's you should have known better. You're a senior. You're supposed to be a leader on the team. So, but with that, you're able to show yourself that you can bounce back from any challenges or anything that you do wrong. So, it's good to be able to show that. For sure.
Now, the longer you've been here, the more involved you've become in the offensive plan for Menlo College. How comfortable do you feel knowing that your teammates are relying on you as one of the primary players to make plays for this offense?
Pretty comfortable. I feel like it's still like a team effort. It starts from any line, honestly. I just love the fact that we can keep each other accountable and just incredibly close on the field to be able to trust each other to get the job done. So.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the team now. Lately for you guys, overtime games has been the story. You've played in 3 consecutive overtime contests. Let me first ask, what kind of physical toll does that take on a player's body, having to play in so many in a row?
Yeah, it's tough, but we train for that. Robin and Jacob always have us training at a high intensity, so our bodies are used to it. But once they start racking up and we get to 120-minute games, your body's tired. It's a lot of sore muscles, and some people get like little injuries, like little strained hamstrings and stuff. So it's all about the recovery. Shout out to Vic.
I was going to say shout out to Vic and Carl over the sports performance department.
Yes, and Ash, always helping us out. But yeah, it takes a toll for sure, but it's the way we recover that helps us bounce back to the next games.
What's really impressed me about these overtime games is that they've come against some of the best teams in the nation, because that road trip for you guys featured 3 top 10 teams. You were just 1 bounce away from getting a huge win against one of these tough opponents. So, I mean, this is probably a tough question to ask, but what has been just a tick off lately?
I think just holding the ball a little bit more, like keeping it in our possession, getting a few more passes so that we can get around the defenders and save our legs, honestly, because we did a lot of running. We'd lose the ball and not keep it in possession the whole time. So I think just keeping it in possession, and once we get to the final third, being able to calm down and just put it in the back of the net. So I would say our possession, but we've been working really hard on that, so I know it's going to turn around.
Yeah, and it seems like, too, luck has to be a factor at a certain point, and you guys just haven't had much luck as of late.
It's coming.
Yeah. Well, you guys are back at home, so of course that will certainly help.
For sure.
And the play of Kaylin Swart this season has been absolutely incredible, even though she is the one taking some of these really tough losses. Is she playing as good as you've ever seen her play?
Yeah, Kaylin, she's just an all-star goalkeeper. I know that if the ball's going back there, I have all the faith in her that she's gonna block it. And yeah, she's taken some tough shots on her, but even like the defenders that are on me, they're like, wow, your goalkeeper is really good. I'm like, thanks. But no, Kaylin's great, and I'm glad that she's on my team. I'm glad I get to experience this last season with her, and it's been a great 2 years with her already.
You're like, yeah, we got an Olympian on our team. What
no
about
big
you?
Deal.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure for you, it's a huge benefit to not have to play against her.
Yeah.
Rather have her on your side and not have to try and shoot balls past her on a regular basis.
Yeah, no. I mean, at practice I do that, but like I don't know.
Do you score on her?
I do.
Ooh,
sometimes she
okay.
blocks them though. I'll give her that. I'll be like, oh,
But only sometimes.
oh, I gotta. I'm just kidding.
Just not good enough, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we mentioned it earlier. You guys are back home for the first time in really about a month or so. Your last home game was, again, 4 weeks ago. How much of a relief is that for this team to be back for the first time in 6 contests?
Honestly, it's a big load off our shoulders. Not even just the soccer aspect, but like school and getting on top of things. We have so many group projects and tests. So just getting back into the swing of things, we're like, wow, we're really in school now because we've been on the road so much. But no, it's awesome. And I know that on the field we'll have that home energy. And it's a great feeling to be back. Really great feeling.
Now, interestingly enough, one statistic on this game Thursday against San Diego Christian, Menlo College has never beaten San Diego Christian, the women's soccer team. Yeah. So what will need to happen for that to change on Thursday?
I think we're already in the right direction. This week's practice, we've talked about some things that we need to fix, and just going into the game and just going up against them like they're any other team, just putting our best foot forward and playing soccer the way we know how to. I think we'll be just fine. I think we've got great talent in each part of the field, and we're ready. We're ready to play.
And both teams looking for their first conference win of the season, though the Oaks do have one conference tie. All right, Danielle, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 random off-the-wall questions, and you give me your best answer.
Okay.
Question number 1. If you could wear only one color for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
I'd probably say black, just because everything in my closet's either black, gray, or blue, and I usually always wearing black. My pants right now are black. I just feel like it goes with everything. You can do anything with it.
Yeah, black hair.
Yeah.
Darker eyes, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Question number 2. Which teammate is the worst at whistling?
For sure, Cheyenne. She can't whistle. It's just like just air. I'm like, where's the sound? But yeah, for sure, Cheyenne.
How often does she try?
If it's like brought up in a conversation, I'm like, try it. And she's like, I can. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah.
Can you whistle?
I can.
Okay, good.
Right now?
You got to prove it.
Oh my god. I can't. I can't.
All right, I won't do anything. I'll look at the camera. There you go. That counts. All right, see?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. We can both do it. That's good. Question number 3. Which teammate has the biggest pet peeve of all time?
Honestly, I think it's me.
Okay, and what is it?
I have 2, and of course it always happens. I hate when people change a song in the middle of a song. So if you're going to play a song, it must continue the whole time.
Hate it. You're absolutely right.
So Sydney's our team DJ, and she knows. Like if she changes it, I'm like, Sid. She's like, I'm sorry. And then I hate when like we're eating and someone scrapes their plate with their fork.
That noise, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I want to go back to the song one for a second. I'm with you on that. Even if it's a song I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
It has to play all the way through. I can't just be like, no, turn it off, even though it's a terrible song, even though it's like Justin Bieber or something. Of course, that would upset me. I'm sure now I just lost half the audience. But yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
If you're going to use the aux cord in my car, you play a song, it's going all the way 3.5 minutes through. No doubt about it.
Yeah, because then like if you're in the song and you feel the beat and then someone changes it, it's like, it's all lost.
Exactly. Now you have to, your mind is back on the previous song. Now you're having to try and get used to a new song. And then by the time that song ends, well, now you're just getting used to it, and then you're just all thrown out of whack.
For sure.
It's no fun. Danielle, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And fans, the Oaks are back at home, hallelujah, on the Menlo College Sports Network. We have 2 games for you this week, double headers for the women's and men's team. First, San Diego Christian is on tap for Menlo College women's soccer. It will be at 1:30 p.m. The men's team will kick off at 4 o'clock. And then on Saturday, October 7th, Arizona Christian rolls into town, and the women's soccer team will play first. Again, a double header. It begins at 11 o'clock in the morning. And yes, both games will be streamed live on the Menlo College Sports Network. We invite you to tune into next week's show when Danielle Robinson will select the next interviewee on Unrooted Women's Soccer Edition. Until then, we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
Bye.